to invite His Excellency Ambassador Adeyinka Asekun, Ambassador Plenipotentiary Extraordinary of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to Canada, to come up stage and make his few remarks. Your Excellency, sir.
Ejoko, please be seated. Àwọn kábíyèsí tó à ń jókòó, mo kí kádé pẹ́ lórí, kí bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀. Mo júbà fáwọn àgbà, àwọn ìjòyè, àwọn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n, àwọn òṣèlú. Mo kí gbogbo ará lọ́kùnrin, lóbìnrin. Ẹ kú jókòó, ẹ dẹ̀ kú ètò. I would like to acknowledge especially the presence of MPP Andrew Smith, Minister in charge of Culture, Heritage and Sports, a politician who has become part of us, a brother in the Nigerian community. I acknowledge your presence and I thank you for being here. I'd like to point out that I bring greetings, special greetings from Alhaji Lai Mohammed, the Honorable Minister of Information and Culture in Nigeria. He planned to be here today, he couldn't be here, so I'm here in two capacities. I'm representing the High Commission and I'm representing him also, so I needed to establish that. I'd like to underscore the sense of pride I feel here. This is a grand occasion, well organized, the venue is well appointed. I am delighted. If I had not come here today, I would have really regretted it. So I'm glad we were able to make it in spite of the pressure of the past few weeks. We're glad that we could make it here. I'd like to acknowledge that I'm here today with members of the High Commission. First and foremost, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of my darling wife, Olaomi Bilola Asekun, aka Mama Olusegun. She has been my co-traveler in the journey of life, and over the past few years, she's been by my side every step of the way. I also came with other members of the High Commission, Obioman Zeuji, Donald Degbufo, David Apiran, Remilekun, Yinka Adewale, Tokwe Aremu, Joy Oswago. All of us are from the High Commission, so you can see how serious we take Asa Day. It's such a big thing for us. We're glad to be here. I'd like to establish my credentials as somebody of authentic Yoruba extraction. On my father's side, I lay claim to Ijebu Ode and Odogbolu, where they say Eweso. And on my mother's side, I lay claim to Ile-Ife and Ede. And in my mother's tongue, they say Leawe. So my credentials as a Yoruba person need to be established. So it gives me great pleasure to be here today. I'd like to use this opportunity to pay a very special tribute to the convener of Asa Day Worldwide, Joel Olani Oyatoye, aka Babasha, and his team. I salute his passion and commitment to the goal of revitalizing the rich Yoruba culture here in Canada. Nigeria is a culturally diverse country with over 250 local languages. So these various cultures have rich histories and background, and our people are incredibly proud of their heritage. You see, cultural heritage gives people a sense of unity and belonging within a group and allows them to better understand previous generations and the history of where they came from. This is more so instructive when you have a new generation of our young people growing up in distant countries like Canada. It is therefore imperative that we pass on and instill in our young ones our cherished values such as respect for elders, chastity, dignity of labor, patriotism to one's community, courage and self-sacrifice. This is something I believe the Asians tend to do better than Africans by and large. we need to begin to make sure that our children understand our culture and we celebrate it. I know several Yoruba families whose children cannot speak the language, but they speak English fluently with an accent that often reflects where they may have been born. My younger children are struggling with Yoruba, but we are encouraging them. I mean, I've often come across people who grow up here who say things like, oh, my name is Babatunde, or my name is Nifemi or Olufemi, you know. So I believe that we need to do a better job of making our children appreciate the culture and the language. My younger son knows that he is expected to dobale when he greets elders. That means to prostrate. He looks like somebody doing push-ups when he dobales at times. You think he's in the gym, you know, but at least he understands the principle and is not likely to give any of the elders in our family a high five and say, "What's up, Grandpa?" No, we know that won't happen with my son, okay? The Nigeria High Commission has an institutional embodiment of all cultures in Nigeria, and in furtherance of our cultural diplomacy mandate, will continue to lend its support to worthy causes such as the Asa Day festivities that promote and project our rich and diverse cultural heritage. This is because it is important to preserve our culture and traditions. Learning about our cultural heritage is central to protecting the sense of who we are and gives us an irrefutable connection to the past, thereby allowing us to deepen our sense of unity and national pride. The world is looking to us to tell our stories like no one else can. The mission is promoting Nollywood in a very deliberate manner. And I salute my brother, Jide Kosloko, whom I'm a big fan of yours, sir. Very, very big fan. Yes. So through our films, we portray our culture in all its richness and diversity. People respect you more when you project your culture with pride and enthusiasm. Two of the most interesting top quality films screened at the Toronto International Film Festival in September were Election Oba and Anikulapo. Both were in Yoruba with English subtitles. I felt a deep sense of pride about this, and they were well received by those who viewed them. Both movies are now showing on Netflix, which I think is a big deal. I would like to applaud the vision of the convener in setting up the Asa Day Worldwide Cultural Museum, which was launched yesterday. This museum will become the perfect destination for our children and indeed the community to learn about our culture and heritage, helping them gain meaningful insights into our unique historical evolution and way of life. I'm sure a lot of activities are lined up today that would thrill, entertain, as well as teach you a whole lot about the Yoruba culture. So I implore you to relax and enjoy the beauty of our rich cultural display. I would also like to point out, as I begin to round up, that we should embrace our culture and take pride in it. But we should bear in mind that we are Nigerians first and foremost, and we should love and embrace our fellow compatriots that belong to other ethnic groups. We are by far stronger when we bond together. There's strength in numbers and strength in unity. We must appreciate the culture of others also. Before I conclude, I want to enjoin you to remember that as a Nigerian citizen, you are an ambassador in your own right, and it behooves you to take responsibility for putting your best foot forward and to leave a positive impression about Nigeria and Nigerians in all your dealings. I say often that Nigeria has one high commissioner but many ambassadors. I would like to encourage you to strive for excellence in all your endeavors here in Canada, as I'm optimistic that the can-do spirit is inherent in each of you to do positive exploits and contribute constructively to the community in which you find yourselves, just like the Asa Day convener, Mr. Joel Olani Oyatoye, has done. Please always remember that the doors of the Nigeria High Commission are open to all Nigerians in Canada, and we will always strive to provide institutional support to your visions and to generally serve you better. We are introducing the new enhanced e-passport with improved security features and a 10-year validity. The Honorable Minister of the Interior, Ogbeni Ralph Arigbeshola, arrived in Ottawa last night to oversee the rollout. This is good news and another promise kept. Thank you very much. God bless you all.